It began January 1st, 2006, and will continue every 7 seconds for the next 19 years. It will cause the greatest financial shift ever in the history of our country. Before it's over, more people will be relying on government programs than ever before. Less people will be working to support those programs. Massive sums of money will flow out of our stock market and into more secure investments, and taxes will undoubtedly increase to support these historic changes. What is this great event that has just begun? It is the 78 million baby boomers turning 60 years old. If you think you won't be affected since you're not one of them, think again. If you aren't prepared financially for these devastating effects soon, the consequences will be grim. It gets worse. Government debt is at an all-time high. It continues to grow each hour by $41 million in interest alone. If you divide our nation's debt equally, each person would be responsible for $124,000. With the wars, natural disasters, and increased government programs, that number is only getting bigger. With increased debt comes increased taxes. In fact, personal taxes have increased 42% faster than personal income. State and local government taxes have increased 168% faster than national income. The average citizen works over 5 months per year just to pay for taxes. The typical American pays more in taxes than they do on food, shelter, and clothing combined. How about education costs? Up 11%. Health insurance? Up 9%. Energy? Up 35%. Property insurance? Up 20%. The list goes on and on. These aren't dire predictions intended to scare you. They are facts. The government's chief accountant, Comptroller General David Walker, travels the nation, warning of the impending crisis. He says, "I am desperately trying to get people to understand the significance of this for our country, our children, and grandchildren. How this is resolved could affect not only our economic security, but our national security." He also says, "We are heading to a future where we'll have to double federal taxes or cut federal spending by 50%. Based on the facts discussed thus far, which do you think it will be? These facts must be considered when preparing for the future. Unfortunately, many advisors everywhere continue to use traditional strategies to get better returns, completely ignoring the impact of the underlying issues at hand. These issues cannot be solved by continuing to use traditional thinking. You simply cannot afford to continue using the same thought process that your parents used. The demographics have changed, and so must your thinking. Introducing Wealth and Wisdom, a growing group of professionals from across the country who are deeply concerned about the direction our country is headed and the impact it will have on everyone's financial future. You cannot be aware of something you're not aware of. Wealth and Wisdom will shed some light on the darkness, break this problem down, and analyze it carefully. Then you will have a clear view of choices open to you. You will feel more confident and prepared to face the future. To learn more about how these changes will impact you personally, contact the Wealth and Wisdom professional who forwarded this information to you, or locate your nearest Wealth and Wisdom professional through the wealthandwisdominc.com website.